Why do you live?
Because I've something worth living for. Let's finish this. Just like the way we started. Like a driver.
Hello everyone, does that scene look familiar to you? Well, it is from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. So for your action show reel, you don't want to put a scene like that into your show reel because you want to show something original. You want to show what characters you can portray, you want to show what you can do or what you have done as an actor. So you don't want to copy characters from other films, especially the big ones. Casting directors don't like seeing recognizable scenes in acting show reels because they want to see something original. They don't want to see you copying Harry Potter from Harry Potter. They don't want to see you copying Captain Marvel from Captain Marvel. They don't want to see you copying some of the Australian TV shows. They don't want to see you copying Captain America and all those people. So you want to create something original. You want to put something original in your show reel. You don't want to copy characters from other films. So yeah, please don't do that. And trust me, every 10 show reels I watch, at least 2 of them have a scene from La La Land. And it is exactly the same scene where Sebastian and Mia meet outside of Mia's house. So really don't do that because after many times you will feel boring seeing the same scene again and again and seeing different versions of Mia all the time. So please don't use recognizable scenes in your acting show reel. Special effects and overwhelming editing. Don't do that. For acting show, you want to give casting directors a good watching experience. You don't want to distract them from too much editing, from too much special effects, from too much transitions. If a show showing lots of special effects and editing techniques, that is probably an editing reel, not an acting show. So remember, an acting show, your acting should be the main focus. So yeah, don't do too much crazy editing and special effects and all those stuffs. That you can save it for editing reel. So some actors, they put their best scene the last. Casting directors are very busy. So many shows, they only watch the first 5 to 10 seconds of it, and if you're lucky, they may watch 30 seconds of it. And you don't want to put your best scene to be a big revealing at the end because they may not even be able to get to that scene. So put your best scene the first one, so if they like it, they will keep on watching. If you put it the last, they will not even see it, right? For the character that you think you can portray the best, maybe put that the first. There are different types of casting directors. Like some of them only want to see one type of character, but some of them want to see a variety of characters. So yeah. Okay, now let's have a look of this montage and see whether you think it's good or not to put into your show reel. So that's the montage. So I think it's good, except it sucks. So let's take it out of the show reel, then it will be very good. But so for your show reel, you don't want to put useless montages in it. You want to show your acting. So many actors, they put a 30 seconds montage at the beginning of their reels showing a bunch of shots and they're very useless. Like you want to show scenes that you interact with other actors. You want to show they like casting directors, they want to see how you act. They don't want to see montages. So I highly recommend you don't use a montage if you don't know how to use one. And if you really want to use one, put it at the end of the reel. Don't put it at the start of your reel. Make sure your montage contribute to your reel. If your montage, you are just walking or if you're just eating, but no facial expressions and stuff, then I recommend you not to use it. And if you really want to use a montage, keep it very, very short. But if you don't know how to use one, again, I don't recommend you using one because it's useless. Be very careful when you use music videos. I generally don't recommend people using music videos because music videos actually don't show your acting a lot. Instead, they show montages. So I have seen so many shows where people put music videos as the best scene. Actually, they put it the first, but the only thing I can see is screaming, looking at flowers, touching the grass, and all those stuff. Those are not acting. Those are montages. Like it's kind of acting, but for the show you want to see like you actually doing acting. Do you know what I mean? Like music videos, they don't contribute a lot. Like if the music video you are doing a scene, you are having a conversation, if you are doing something that actually shows that you are acting, then it's fine. But if it is a bunch of montages, then don't use it. Like it's totally useless. Like I generally don't recommend people using music videos, and yeah. That's all I have to say. So be very careful if you are using music videos. Don't use montages. Similar to music videos, background actors don't contribute a lot to the scene as well. So keep them out from the show if that scene is only showing you as a background actor. Okay? Okay, now let's have a look at this scene and tell me what's wrong with the caption.
How do I look?
Good.
How do I look?
Awesome.
How do I look?
Fantastic.
How do I look?
Absolutely stunning.
So for the captions, you want to keep it simple. You don't need to put the whole end credits into your showreel. You don't need to credit every single person. You don't need to credit the makeup artist. You don't need to credit the special effects coordinator. You don't need to credit your acting coach, your assistant. You don't need this information. Usually you only credit the director or the production company, and you put the film name. Sometimes you put the release year in it as well, but that's it. Don't put too much information in it. Keep the font size small. Don't make it too big because you don't want it to be too distracting. Again, your acting should be the main focus. Okay, so casting directors want to see your acting, not to see the whole end credits of your film. The crew members are not the main focus of your reel. You don't need to put your scene partners' names. You don't need to put where it is filmed at, all those stuff. You don't need to put so much in. You don't need to put the whole end credits into your scene. Okay, sorry guys, I'm rushing this through because I am actually in a rush. I have to be on set very soon, so don't mind me speaking too fast. I'll keep on going. So another mistake, too bad production value. You want to have a good show. You want to show the casting directors some good productions. You don't want it to be too amateur, so you don't want it to be bad scenes with bad lighting, so make sure the production value is not too bad. However, if you are just starting out and you don't have any materials in your show reel, then it is fine. I think it is fine to film something yourself or to have some student films in your show reel. I think that's fine. But if you are casting for big productions in Netflix, in Disney and all those stuff, you want good scenes. That you don't want bad production. Okay. Another mistake is too good production value. I know it sounds funny. I know it sounds interesting, but some people they use showreel services, so they find people to write scenes for them, to make a show for them. That is fine. That is completely fine. But you don't want casting directors to know that you are purchasing a showreel service. So you don't want. Ideally, you don't want casting directors to know that it is a showreel. You want it to be an actual showreel. Do you get what I mean? So make sure when you submit your showreel, the casting director knows that it is actually a showreel, not you buying scenes or not you getting showreel services. You don't want that. Another big mistake is that the first shot of the show is not on you. You want the first shot of the show to be on you because you want the casting directors to know who you are. If you have multiple acts in the same scene, especially the girls, because sometimes even when I watch shows, I don't know which girl is you. If you have multiple girls in your showreel, make sure you let the casting directors know who you are. Make your shot be the first shot of the showreel, otherwise someone may get cast, but that may not be you, okay? If it is impossible for the first shot of the showreel to be on you, then it is a good idea to include a headshot before your showreel begins, so that casting directors know whose showreel they're watching. Alright, headshots. So as an actor, I think it is important to have a good acting headshot, and besides your showreel, your headshot is actually another main component to get you roles and get you casted and all those stuffs. I think it is good to include in your showreel, maybe at the end. Some casting directors, they don't mind having an opening slide, but many of them just prefer you start straight away. But at the end of the show, maybe include a headshot of yourself and make sure it is a professional headshot. So I guess you already know what I mean, like no selfies, no white background, no bad lighting, no props, no silly costumes, no horrible makeup. The person in the headshot should look like you. What else? Yeah, like you know all the rules. Like what else? I can't think of any. No distracting backgrounds. No distracting elements. And casting directors like layers as well. So I suggest you to wear layers in your headshots and other stuff. And make sure you use the right headshot in your showreel. For your commercial headshot, you should be smiling. For your dramatic headshot, you should be looking serious. Like, you know what I mean. Like, I'm not going to go into this because I'm in a rush. Also, for your headshots, use one is enough. You don't need a whole bunch of headshots. I have watched showreels where actors include a headshot in every single transition between the scenes. You don't need 10 headshots, you don't need 20 headshots. One headshot is enough, otherwise it's too distracting and too overwhelming. So keep it simple. So when you put everything together in your acting showreel, I think it is good to have a story in the scenes. And I know it is important to show you as the actor, and sometimes people may cut out your scene partner's lines or the moments of your scene partner. But be careful of how you crop it. If the cropping is weird, or if it doesn't tell a story, or if the show is not complete, I mean the scenes are not completed, then be careful of that. You want to have a good experience for the one who is watching your showreel. It's just like a film. You want a good experience, so you don't want to make very bad cropping or cutting out scenes. So be careful of that. Okay, once again, on my notes, don't put scenes that you are not the main focus. Don't put scenes that don't show your acting ability. I think I made this very clear in this video already. Okay. So also for your showreel, don't make it too long. Keep it short, keep it simple. For traditional showreels, 2 to 3 minutes is a good length. Some casting directors even prefer less than 2 minutes. If you are putting on your website, I think it's fine to have it a bit longer, because when people come into your website, they want to watch something. So I think it's okay to have a longer showreel on your acting website. But if you are submitting to auditions, casting directors or casting agents, keep it short, don't make it too long, okay? If your showreel is longer than 5 minutes, make sure that it is very good. I have watched a showreel that is 13 minutes long. It is very long. However, it is so engaging and so good that I watched the whole thing. So for that one, I think it's fine. But yeah, try to keep it short. If you don't know, then keep it short. Yeah. Okay, wrong scenes in wrong showreels. So for some people, they put wrong scenes in wrong showreels, and that annoys me so much. If you are putting things together for a comedy reel, don't put dramatic scenes in it. Like, don't put horror scenes in it. I really hate people putting horror scenes in shows. Even if it is a dramatic reel, try not to put horror scenes in it. Like, not all casting directors, they like horror. Okay? I am very scared of horror scenes, so if suddenly I watch a show and a zombie comes up, I close it, because that is very scary. So try to put the right things in the right show and try to not put scary things in your show reel. Some people have commercial show reels. Make sure it's only showing commercials. Don't put other stuff in it. Okay? Comedy, be comedic. Comedy, like, make it funny, make it a good comedy show reel. Don't put some other stuff in it. Okay? Some actors also have a voiceover reel. Make sure it is a voiceover reel. Don't put like I have watched a voice reel where suddenly at the end of the voice reel, a zombie comes up and scares me, and that is just crazy. So keep it to voice reel. Don't put horror stuff in it. Seriously, don't. Okay? Bad mistake: having too much information on the end slide. So for your end slide, you only want it to be 5 seconds maximum. Okay? You want to keep the contact information simple. If you don't have an agent, then put your email on it so that casting directors can contact you. If you have an agent, then put your agent's information on it. Okay? And if you have multiple agents, put the one that is the most relatable and the one that is representing your acting professional work onto your show reel. You don't need to put all of your agencies onto your show reel. If you have an acting agency and a modeling agency and a voice agency, put the acting agency only. You don't need all different agencies, because that drives people crazy. Like, you want to keep it simple. So yes, and also make sure the text, they are easy to read. Don't make it too difficult to read. Sometimes I can't read some like crazy font style on your show reel. That just drives me crazy. So keep it simple. Yep. This is probably one of the biggest mistakes for actors. So for actors, I think it is very important for you to have a show reel, because that's how you apply roles and all those stuff. Some actors, they never had a show reel, and I think if you want to be an actor, you need to have a show reel. My show reel has got me several roles, and I believe if you don't have a show, you probably won't get too much bigger roles. So put stuff together for your show reel if you don't have one, okay? And another big mistake is actors don't update their show reel. So when I search for an actor, I usually type in the actor's name and then I type in show reel. And I have seen some actors, they haven't updated their show reel for 7 years, some even longer. So ideally, you want to update your show reel every 6 months. Okay? If not every 6 months, at least once per year. You want to put something current, you want to put something new, you want to put something that you have recently done. That way, casting directors know that you are keep on getting things, keep on improving yourself, keep on getting experiences consistently. Okay? On Vimeo, there is a replace video button. You simply need to replace the video with the new show reel. You don't even need to upload a new one. Of course you can upload a new one, but you don't need to upload a new one. So you just need to simply replace it. And I think it's not hard to do that, or it only takes about a minute to replace the video. If you are represented by an agency, and if your agency has a client list and there is a page for you, make sure you let your agency know when you have updated your show reel, so that they can put the new link on it and casting directors will be able to see it. Some casting agencies, they don't have their client list open. They have it private and only casting agents can see it. Make sure you have a communication with your agencies so they can update it once you have updated your show reel. Also, update your show on all of your casting platforms. In Australia, Showcast. Make sure you update your show reel every year at least. And also, for different countries, there are different types of showreels. So make sure when you update a showreel, you make sure you update all of the showreels. If you want to get a role in Spain, it is not a show, it's called a video book. From where I come from, Hong Kong, you also have another name for showreel. So and they have different rules as well. So I'm not going to get into that, but just make sure you update your showreel because I can't be bothered watching the same thing for 7 years. So yeah. Last but not least, remember, watching a showreel is like watching a film. Make sure you give your audiences a good experience, have a good showreel, and everyone will be happy and hope that you will get a few roles. Sorry guys that I have to make this very quickly. I'm speaking very fast. I hope that you get everything I said. I hope that I didn't miss anything. If I missed anything, I will put them down in the comments below. I'm sorry, I need to be very quick because I'm in a rush. I need to be on set in an hour. So I hope that this video is useful. I hope that you guys get to know more about showreels. And if you don't have a showreel or if you haven't updated your showreel for more than 6 months, make sure you go and do that. And if you want me to watch your showreel, you are welcome to email me and I can give you some comments, feedback, and other stuff. I hope that this video is useful, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys again next time. I have to go. Bye.
You wanna play balloon with me?
No.
Come on, it's fun.
No. What are you doing? No.
So, wanna play balloon with me?
Don't you have other things to do?
Not really.
No.
Oh, come on, it's so fun. Here, catch. Well, you're party pooper, aren't you?
No. Stop playing with the balloon. Do you have other things to do?